Welcome back to another video. Today you join me in my office and we're going to have a quick overview and understanding of Vida. What is Vida? Vida is a brand that was set up by Emaar Hospitality. So they set up that brand and the idea was it's the luxurious sort of boutique residences that they create. So it's something quite special. So you can imagine when this new launch happened, we'll put some of the clip in there so you can see what that environment was like. When this went live, it created quite a buzz and people were very excited internationally about getting involved. Let's get started. Vida Residences Hillside is the location in which this development is going to be taking place. Let's understand, where is Dubai Hills? Just over here. I would say that Dubai Hills is one of the most strategic locations for any master community. What do I mean by master community? I mean collection of apartments, townhouses, a master plan brought together of residential units. Because of the strategic nature, you're 15 to 20 minutes away, depending on traffic, from the Marina, and then you're 15-20 minutes away from downtown. So now getting into the community, you've got these two sides of Dubai Hills. You've got this area over here, and then you've got this area here on the golf course side. On this side, you've got the mall just over here. You've got Maple 1, 2, and 3, which are the townhouses within the community. Sidra, this is the introduction to villa living. Vida properties are going to be just over here. You're gonna have the centralized park here. And as you can see, you're close enough away from the mall so you can jump on an electric scooter or just walk over to the mall. That's quite easy to do. Emaar, they create infrastructure, they create community. But what was exciting for me is that they're creating another park. The park has done phenomenally well. Anything on the park has, appreciated significantly and has done very well. And then, as you can imagine, anyone with kids, anyone with family, or even if they move over to Dubai by themselves or with their partner, they want that recreational space. And that's where this project comes in. So without going too far into it, because we're mostly talking about this side of the Dubai Hills, that is where the new project's going to be. You've got the golf course side of the community. You've got mansions on this side. So you've got the clubhouse, which is just over there. As I mentioned, 18-hole golf course. Lots of things happening on that side. The properties over there range up to around 300 million dirhams. So this is Hillside Park. So as you can see, you've got the zip line there. The family's having fun, enjoying the space. Green areas, beautiful park, amazingly landscaped, and it gives you a bit of an understanding of how this would look from an elevated position with the jogging track. You've got this recreational area, which of course you'd have outdoor cinema, you would have a barbecue deck, and of course you've got that massive lawn area over here. And then you've got more involving activities such as the activity pods, jumping areas, parkour areas, zip line, mini golf. There's a lot of kids activities within that space there as well. And over here you have the tennis courts. So you've got the whole setup by Vio. So of course that's a wellness area. You've got the tennis court, yoga platform they call it. And then you've got the swimming pool, gym, everything is over there. I'll show you some of the other amenities that you can obviously enjoy. You can see where you've got kids play area, you've got the fountain. That's definitely going to be hard to get the kids not to jump in. I've got 4 kids myself. You've got these lawn areas. This is the mini golf. You can see rock climbing over here. This is the first render of the project. This is Tower A and this is Tower B. Tower B has got a curve over here. Generally speaking, everything 2 and 3 bed is facing towards the front and the 1 beds are facing that way. Let's understand what that means. We are here, 2 and 3 beds are going to be facing towards the park, and then over here you're going to be facing towards the boulevard. A bit more of an urban view, but of course at the doorstep going down into the lobby you're going to have direct access into the park. That's why it is significantly more valuable. Let's understand exactly the amenities that you'll have directly in the building. So of course you've got this beautiful render over here. You've got building B, which is over here. These units face towards the park. And then you've got Tower A, which is just over here. You've got that drive to the lobby area. And then of course you've got the swimming pool. You've got the outdoor seating areas in multiple areas. You've got barbecue station. As you can imagine, that's private. So of course, if you want to have friends around for a barbecue, you could just go downstairs and enjoy that space. kids pool, you got a play area, outdoor gym, yoga area as well. I mean, there's a lot of things to keep everyone busy. Now let's have a look at what the renders look like. I mean, look at this. Vida is about creating a boutique environment for living. And when you look at this, you know, the colors, everything, the way it comes together, I mean, this is exactly what you would expect. This is a render of a living space. Again, beautiful interior, a bedroom render over here as well. So generally speaking, in fact, this will give us a real clear idea. If we have a look at the one beds, you can see they're on the back side over here, on these back areas over here. Two beds, you got the corner over here, that one there, these two over here, these two over here, and then you've got some on the back side as well. The three beds, of course, they get the most prime location, facing towards that central park as well, and this will give you a better idea on the back side exactly how it comes together. This is another thing about buying Emaar. The layouts work because they have repeated it enough times that they've perfected exactly how the living space should work. It gives you the best experience internally. So before we get into pricing, I'm just going to quickly show you, this is exactly what's going to be launched. So that's number 56, gives you a bit of an understanding of the park that's going to be behind. It's more significant than you've seen because there's been previous developments. There's this section over here, but then you've got this building here. So that's going to be where Vida is, right on this boulevard. Okay, let's have a look at the pricing. One bedroom apartments, there's 254 of these units. Minimum size is going to be from 726 square foot, ranging up to 871. Starting price is 1.82 million. Two beds, 1,065 square foot, up to 1,542. 2.71 million dirhams. Three beds, 1,583 square foot, up to 2,000 square foot, and that is starting at 3.88 million. And then you've got the three bedroom townhouses that are around 2,600 square foot, and those are going for 6.64 million. The townhouses are going to be on the bottom of the podium, so you would have direct access to that park, so it's something very different. The advantage that you get when you're buying something off plan is that you have a little bit more selection in terms of floor, in terms of location, what it views out onto. So of course that's the biggest advantage here. And also when it comes to funding the property, if it was a ready property, you would have to use bank leverage, or you would have to pay all of the money up now. Here, you've got a payment plan, so it allows you to make payments towards that property that you want. And the idea is, with time, the property should appreciate, and that's what you would be looking for. I think we just listed a property for 4 million dirhams facing the park in Dubai Hills. It makes sense if you've got something facing the park, 2-bedroom branded residence by Vida. 2.71 is a good price point to get in from. Then you've got 3.88 million for 1,500 square foot. Good price point. 3 beds are tough to come across. From a funding point of view, you've got a down payment of 10%. You've got a second payment in July 25, Jan 26, June 26, fourth installment in Jan 27. Then the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th installment become linked to construction. So 60% completion, 80, 90 and 100% completion. You pay 80% of the money up to completion, and then you pay 20% on handover. Now, there of course is going to be all the developers that will offer a more competitive payment plan. The thing I would say is buy what makes sense to you. Of course, if you want to have a discussion and put a comparison against one developer to another, always happy to give you a bit of an insight. But the thing I would say about Emaar is their payment plans are aggressive because you're buying into a sure thing. You're buying into a developer that creates sure thing communities. Dubai Hills is an already established area that is doing phenomenally well for investors that have already placed into the community as investments, and for end users that are living here. They're building equity. They've done really well over the last few years. I mean, that's a lot of information, a lot to understand. This is one specific project, and the reason I wanted to create the video was to give you a real insight, my view, what the price is like, what are the amenities like, how does it all come together? Because when you're buying a project like this, you're not buying into the actual apartment, you're buying into the whole idea of how it comes together. As always, I hope you got value from this video. Again, the whole idea behind this was to give you an in-depth understanding about this project. Look, at the end of the day, every investment that you make or any purchase for end use has to make sense. Now, If you did have any questions about this project, about Dubai in general, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Best way to get hold of me directly would be to use my WhatsApp telephone number in the description below. If you send me a message, I'll be happy to schedule a time when we can have a chat, see what's important to you, see if I can give any clarity to this project or something else that you're considering. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining me. Take care.